Um, yeah, we're getting there. So I think what we'll do is we'll go back a little bit more into the Tai Chi movements. So we have about 15 minutes. Thank you, everybody here. Let me just check in. Okay. Yeah, we will go through. We're going to go through the 30 movement form. So I'm trying to get a full body image here. Remember, the first movement starts out very basic. Your feet are shoulder width apart. Just as relaxed, the breath is natural this nature. Breathing more like a baby breathes. As we get more into the world of I, breath goes higher, thoughts get crazier. So relax the chest, breathe naturally. Next one. And we've kind of changed the pace a little bit. Okay, we have a full set. Most of you read through that. Any questions about that? What I find is, you know, we'll kind of go back over here. One thing that Master Troy used to, put out in his advertising, he said that he taught a 54 movement short form. The long form, which is the full thing, was 108 movements. It took about 20 minutes to do. And so he just said that his first course was usually it's about a 12 to 14 week course in the 50 movement short form, which kind of the sense is better suited to the modern lifestyle. Okay, now what we've been doing is the 30 movement short form, or short form, which is maybe better suited to modern lifestyle. Because you can, the longer the form, the more time it takes, right? I mean, if you're going to do you also need a lot more space to do 108 movement than you do a 54 movement. And you need much more space to do 54 movements than you do 30 movements. So we're kind of down to that. So sometime in the middle of the day, you can go into the kitchen. I do it in my kitchen, and I'll just do a 30 movement form. If you kind of want to do more, you can back to back to back. But it's surprising, if you really do that, you'll find that there's a lot of exercise that goes on. And it's not just physical exercise. If you start to do a couple, and all of a sudden you start to space out, that just means that you're calling up more energy and I gets lost. Okay, so do a couple or one, and then maybe do two back to back. That gets you. Our form right now is between 5 and 6 minutes. Okay, you don't want it much faster than 5 minutes. You don't want it much slower than about 7 minutes. And you can try it a variety of different paces. But if you go back to back on it, like for example, 2 of what we do, it roughly gets you the amount of time as you would in the 54 movements. And if you did about 4, all right, you're probably 3 or 4, depending on the speed, you're going to be right about what somebody would be getting from the 108 movements. Okay, so with that in mind, are there any questions over any of the movements we've covered so far? David, you have a question?
I don't have a question.
Oh, okay.
I'm just thinking I need to keep, from what you've said, I think I have enough information to keep working on them, and I just need to get my body to integrate what we're already doing.
Yeah. One thing I mentioned last time, I went back and looked at some photos, and also I just have some video footage of Master Troy. So I started to kind of play with the pace a little bit more. Pace a little bit more. See, it's not that slower is better. There are a lot, but they're gonna learn that. What's this worth? Not much. There's a Tai Chi place. And, I would pay attention to Master Troy's hands. There's this hand, and there's this hand, this hand, this hand, this hand, this hand, this movement, this movement. Okay? And we go back to this here. And I know I was talking to somebody who's an Aikido, has been studying Tai Chi, and he says, "There's you see my Tai Chi master, just like that." And it's interesting, when Master Choi hit, it was like that. Like that. And that were different. It's almost like what Master Choi would do was the end of it was slow. Boom. And the other person, he was speeded up at the end. And Master Choi was there. Boom, boom. So you can get better faster, or boom. And so one thing about Master Choi is that you got a dimensional sense from him if you had an eye for it. And it wasn't so much that technically he was better, which is, he was, but there were qualities in his motion that were very, very, you had to have a certain eye to pick it up. Okay, now one of the things that we mentioned, and I'll get back to the big screen, okay, is the single whip creeps down motion. Instead of going this way, which I could go, you can go that way, but you lengthen that leg out. The arm goes down, the neck is single whip creep and creeps down. And then touch it. So that was, I was noticing that that's how he was doing it. And there's a gap in time between when I trained with him a lot, and then, I took over Aikido in San Jose, and I had a daughter. And so my ability to just sort of jump up to San Francisco decreased. So, I didn't see him until one day he called and said he wanted to come by. And I got the group that I had then, and he taught a class, and we sort of hung out a little bit. And he gave me a video. Actually, he didn't give it to me, I paid him for it, but that's not the matter. And a book. And so I've been going over that video, although I have it digitalized now, it's VHS. And leg straightens here. Not locks, but straightens. It's a little different than I had been doing. Okay. Anybody with a question or? Okay, we have some time, so we're going to go through that set once more. And this is something also that we touched upon last time, was the eyes follow the hands. And so generally, the hands are either circular or they're an extended circle. Okay? If the hands are too close and too low, like press forward, it's different now. You follow the lead hand, which is usually the upper hand. You don't follow the lower hand. And if there's no hand to follow, there's like a globe about hand distance. And what you do is when you look at the hand, you look at it with soft eyes. So you see the hand, but you also see the majority of the room. I'm staring at the hand, see, I'm a little too fixed out there. But if I'm just drifting, I've lost my center of focus. So certain movements, like the commencement, you're focusing on like a sphere right here. Certain things, we're changing the angle needle at C bottom. but focuses on the upper hand. And when you're turning in a direction, that's upper hand. Now we switch to the other hand. Okay, so I'm going to call out the eye-hand movements, which are important. If you get into them too early, Master Choi used to kind of mention them. But then again, you start, the actual form itself is important. The eye-hand movements kind of get you more into a flow sense. And they also, for example, again, I'm too locked, or I'm drifty. And so you're kind of seeing from your center when you're able to move that way. You see both your hand, foreground, background. As you turn, now the other hand present the face. Or focuses here. So we'll go through the set again. So you're starting out here. Now, right hand, left hand. Still left hand, right hand. Still right hand. Now the globe is in front of the hands. Now you're looking at that globe. Now you're turning to the left, so it's the left hand. Right hand is on top, so it's right hand. Now left. Now right. Now left. Right hand. Left, this is the top hand. Right. Left. Right hand. Left. Now the globe. Right hand. Left hand. Right hand. Still right hand. Left hand. Now right hand, but in an angle down. Left hand. Still left hand. Now, you're looking at that globe between your hands. Now, right hand. Left hand. Back to right. That globe in front of you, slightly above the hand. And that globe. Right hand. Left hand. Right hand, upper hand. Left. And right. Left is your turn. Right. Back to left. Keep the weight on the right foot, turn the toe out. This is right hand still. Now left. Now right. As you're turning, left hand. To the right. Now left. Right hand. Left. Still left. Right. Still right. Front of the hand. That globe. Now you're turning to the left hand. Right, and then left again. Left hand. Right hand. Got that glow. That glow. Now you're shifting to the left hand. All right, man. Now that glow. Right hand, left hand. Glow. Right hand, left hand. Right hand. That glow. Now as you're turning back to the right hand. That globe in front of the hands. Now keep focused on that globe. Globe. Okay. Any questions on any of that? Any comments on hands follow the eyes follow the hands?
Only that it gets easier if I have it memorized and don't have to watch you.
Okay. Well, it's supposed that Master Cho placed a lot of importance on that. Like I'm staring at my hand. I'm drifty, blanked out. My focus is on the hands. But there's a larger focus. I'm a part of a room. So, you know, there's a particular feel connection to the Tai Chi space. And the hand-eye movements promote that. There was an article I read recently. It was about a woman who analyzed, you know, just like facial muscle changes. And I won't go into the exact observations, but she was doing a facial study of our commander-in-chief, chief executive. And she kind of said, you can tell a lot about the person from the subtle changes in their face muscles, especially eyes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move back into the kitchen.